Alright, there goes Barda. Alright, what is up guys? Venombound here, and welcome back to another video. And today I have a guest with me. I have Fontes with me.
Yeah, I don't know how to use the camera.
And today we're going to talk a little bit about Dragon Ball Super, or the Dragon Ball Super movie. We went yesterday to go see it, and I felt like there was a lot of things that needed to be discussed that a lot of people are not discussing. So what we're gonna do is we're basically gonna have a conversation about that. And if you guys feel like there's some things we missed, you feel free to leave a comment down below and let us know. All right. So what do you think about the movie?
I mean, the movie wasn't bad. Like, I was lit. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like there should have been at least a couple more people in the movie, because Trunks and Goten is just there, Piccolo is just there, but like, I mean, there could have been somebody else. I feel like there could have been at least a couple more people. But if you think about it at the same time, I mean, this is more about Goku and Vegeta, so I understand.
Well, how do you felt about the short time that they put Beerus in the movie? Like, he was there probably for like a scene.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
Like, he wasn't there long. He was only there for like
at least have him watch the fight.
Yeah, he didn't even go to the fight.
He wasn't even bothered by it. But why though? Because before he wanted to watch Goku fight Frieza.
Yeah, of course.
But why not Broly?
I don't know. It's weird the way that Dragon Ball has been setting up lately. I feel like maybe he knew that Goku had that in him.
Yeah, but if you think about it, right? Beerus also wanted to destroy the Saiyans way before Frieza. So maybe he was also afraid of the legendary Super Saiyan as well.
Maybe. And when is it gonna be the point where we see the secret unveiled, where Frieza just decides to tell Vegeta, listen, I destroyed your world because Beerus asked me to.
I thought Vegeta already knew.
He didn't. Not yet. It hasn't been revealed. Not yet. Vegeta just thinks Frieza destroyed his planet. That's about it. I mean, there hasn't been something where, because I think I would remember that.
I mean, to be honest with you, I feel like if Broly had to turn my glasses up, if Broly was to find out that Frieza destroyed Planet Vegeta, he'd probably be mad as hell.
Yeah, but at the same time, he was cast out when he was a child.
Yeah, so he
doesn't really know.
Yeah, I don't think he really cares.
Doesn't really know. Now, a lot of things that have been getting talked has been the failed Ultra Instinct attempt by Goku.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when we saw it at the theaters, it caught us by surprise. Even though we seen the Japanese one, we seen the Japanese with the subtitles. And I don't know, I didn't see that. Maybe they left that out for some reason, and then they showed it to the American public. But it was crazy how he tried to go from blue, and then you saw the white, and you saw the black, and you saw everything, and the whole theater, the whole room we were at, caught everybody by surprise.
Everybody was lit. Everybody was clapping, yelling. Everybody was lit. So I think, right? Plus that Akira Toriyama said that he can't go again, but mind you, they just foreshadowed it when he was about to Ultra Instinct. Plus that, I think it was some guy, and his name started with an N in Super Dragon Ball Heroes. I think his name was Nora or something?
Yeah, I believe it was Nora.
Nora, I don't know. All I know is that maybe he might push Goku to Ultra Instinct. Because, like I said, they do foreshadow a lot of things.
Yeah, and then like another thing, it's like Ultra Instinct, like Goku only goes Ultra Instinct, if you notice, it's either when he's in dire need, cornered, or near death. Mm-hmm. And we come to notice that every time he's really close to failing, he goes into that last, like basically that's his last stance. If you see Goku at Ultra Instinct, that's his last stance. That's mm-hmm. If he can't do it at Ultra Instinct, then I don't know what will. But we did see something new that kind of starting to look like GT a little bit. You notice how now the power of the 8 is being mentioned,
mm-hmm.
and it's being used in human form.
You know, I think what they might do, right? I think eventually the Kai's might end up hitting Goku like, yo, bro, I gotta hit you up about something. Come to, Supreme Copland. So when he go there, they gonna probably tell him like, yo, you gonna need your tail back, like.
Yep.
And then Goku's gonna be like, haha, why? And then you know how he's goofy. So then they're gonna explain to him, well, a Saiyan's tail that's what holds all of his powers. So you know what I'm saying? That's where it's all focused at. You know what I'm saying? That's your primitive state. That's basically your culture. That's your heritage. You know what I'm saying? So they're probably gonna do what they did in GT, make him pull out his tail with the wrenches, and then he might go Super Saiyan 4. Who knows?
I mean, yeah, they already made Gogeta is now canon.
Yeah.
Broly is now canon, which being the fact that Broly was a fan favorite, for him to actually become canon is actually a big step in the right direction for the Dragon Ball Super.
Plus that he was a perfect. Like I'm talking about like perfect. Like I'm talking about spot on. He was the perfect opportunity, like basically the perfect gateway in order to like make Saiyans like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And honestly,
it takes them way back.
Yeah, it does. And I feel as to like maybe, what if because I don't know if you saw it. Mm-hmm. I saw it. I don't know if you got a glimpse of it. But when Goku was going into that blue transformation, you notice how they showed the red hair with the black eyebrows. I've only seen that combination in Super Saiyan 4. When he has the fur and he has black eyebrows at the beginning. I don't know. I paid a lot of attention to the movie just see if I can see or find some things that haven't been mentioned.
I feel like the most canon thing that might possibly, maybe, probably might happen, right? Because at the end of the movie, Frieza was like, oh, we'll just leave him be for now. But if Goku and Vegeta keep on getting stronger, I'm gonna need somebody to and from there on out.
Basically, he said he's trying to use him as a weapon.
He wants to use Broly as a weapon.
Kind of like what his father did, which
mind you.
Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Nah, you good. So mind you, if you think about it too, Broly's not that good at communicating.
Yeah, because he's basically a kid. He hasn't had actual hand-to-hand combat until this movie.
That's what Frieza's gonna do.
Get in his head.
Yup.
Gonna get in his head.
And get in his head.
And the thing about it is that showed something that the old Broly movies have not shown is Broly actually has a deeper backstory than what we originally can talk today. Than what we already knew. You know what I mean? Like back before we had the whole we thought, the reason why Broly hated Goku was because he made him cry when he was a baby and they were next to each other. So that was the hate from Broly to Goku. But in this movie, it's not like that. We come to see a different side of Broly that we haven't seen, which is the fact that he was exiled because King Vegeta Vegeta thought he was going to be a threat to him and himself in the long run.
Plus that his pride took over and he did not want to say that he was stronger than his son.
And he was stronger than his son. He was stronger than his baby boy. So with that being said, he didn't want a Saiyan that was considered elite surpass his son. You know what I mean? And that's when the whole dilemma came in, when he was exiled and all this other stuff. And this is where I believe Broly's rage comes from. His rage doesn't come from, the fact that he hated Goku and this and whatnot. His rage was more directed towards Vegeta in this movie, just because his father, Paragus, had a hate already for King Vegeta. So when he saw Vegeta right off rip, he said, yo, this is him. This is what we came for.
Yeah, and so, all I want to say is, at the end of the movie, when Goku said, you could call me Goku, but for you, Broly, you could call me Kakarot, I better hear that infamous Kakarot when Broly starts getting cool. Like, when he starts getting cool with Goku, Kakarot! To start going ham. Like, that's what I'm trying to hear, because...
And for me, that's actually a big step for Goku also in his character.
Yeah.
Just because now you're starting to see him accept his Saiyan race.
Yeah.
You're starting to see him embrace the fact that, you know what, I was born a Saiyan, but I come to love planet Earth. You know what I mean? Like he had the fact that his who he saw as a father figure raised him and taught him the martial arts and all of this. His friends are all Earthlings and all this. So, with that being said and with that being pointed out, I feel like he only allows the Saiyans to call him Kakarot by his native name.
Yeah.
And the Earthlings are going to be calling him Goku. So, in a way, it's good, because it doesn't confuse, you know what I mean? It's like, alright, well, you're from my planet, you can call me by my native name.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. I'm a big Broly fan, and I'm also a big Bardock fan at the same time. I think I'm more of a Bardock fan than a Broly fan. Just because Bardock is pretty much a badass Goku. Alright, and Goku has a dope ass hairstyle. Like, we've never seen anybody with a hairstyle like this. Alright? So, I hope Goku one day thinks, who's my real father? Who's my real father? Like, I know I landed on planet Earth and somebody raised me, but who is my real father? You know what I'm saying? But he doesn't remember them, he hit his head, you know?
Yeah. And that's another thing, this movie did, confuse in the beginning.
Yeah. Because
they showed Goku, he basically remembers who his parents were.
Yeah.
He had Saiyan armor when he left. When he got to Earth, he was smaller than what he was in the movie. Okay? When he first got to planet Earth in Dragon Ball, he was basically a toddler. He was a baby, basically. He couldn't basically, walk or speak.
Yeah.
But in this movie, he had a full-blown Saiyan armor. He basically could remember who his parents were. So now, does that call for a rewrite of Dragon Ball?
I don't know. If anything, they should find
That's
a way.
pretty interesting question.
Yeah. I feel like they should have also made cooler canon too. That would have been cool, addition for Dragon Ball. So let's say, Goku, his nemesis is Frieza, and also Vegeta, because Vegeta wants to defeat him with him rivalry wise. But at the same time, who's Broly's opponent? Cause
Jiren. Maybe Jiren. Because remember, that's actually somebody that I've seen that's pure Saiyan besides Goku. Because if you look at it, Broly's strength is actually brute strength.
Yeah.
It's not like Goku where he actually trained to gain his strength. Broly's strength is brute.
And it's raw and it's natural.
Exactly.
That did not sound right. Okay.
Pause.
Right.
But this I really feel like maybe Jiren could be that guy to maybe push Broly to a further limit than what he already is.
Mm-hmm.
Being the fact that he's the unbeatable creature or whatever he is. Which that was proven wrong in the Tournament of Power, but I don't know. I just feel like maybe Jiren could be the one to actually take him on.
Yeah. If anything, I would say, what surprised you most in the movie? What would caught you off guard? Even though we already knew what was gonna happen, what really got you yo, that's real different. I never thought he would think of that Akira Toriyama for Broly.
Honestly, I think what caught me most off guard was the fact that Frieza didn't know about the fusion technique. Knowing that he already seen it in the Tournament of Power with Khalifa. So how did you not know something you already seen? You know what I mean?
Well,
maybe he didn't think Goku and Vegeta can achieve that.
Well, he didn't see them put on the Patara earrings. He didn't see them put on the Patara earrings.
No, he didn't. No,
yeah.
they I don't think Frieza knew about the whole, because he just figured this is a technique that you can achieve by putting on earrings. But I don't think Frieza knew there's also a technique where you actually basically have to dance to become that of a fusion. But I like the fact that they finally also made Gogeta canon.
Yeah.
That actually was
that had to be canon. That always had to be canon.
Because you got Vegeta was canon. Why not make Gogeta canon? It's almost the same character. Just one is stronger than the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, with us watching the movie, my question to you is, what do you see in the future of Dragon Ball Super? coming from this movie? Like after seeing this movie and the events that are happening, do you think that now Goku, going the fact that he's going to be training or sparring with Broly, what is going to be the future of Goku and Vegeta as a whole?
All I'm gonna say is, right now, they could put in Broly, all that, okay, yeah. But still, don't forget what is supposed to happen, because before the tournament, the Supreme Kai said there is an Earthling that is basically the reincarnation of Kid Buu.
Yep.
I don't want them to forget about Oob, and I don't want Vegeta to forget about visiting Universe 6, because he has to meet Universe 6. He told Kava, like, yo, right after the tournament, I'm going to visit King Planet Sadala or whatever.
So do you think that maybe they'll go their own separate ways and learn new techniques where they can teach each other? Or do you think maybe Goku will go back and train with Broly and Vegeta go train with Whis?
Well, most likely, now that we have Broly, I don't think Goku's really going to be focused on Oob like that. So if anything, what the Supreme Kai might do is, what if he trains Oob on his own? Train him, get him strong.
Because if you look at it, all this that's going on now eventually is going to lead up to GT.
Yeah, it has to.
You know what I mean? And all this is going to lead up to GT. Because if this wasn't the case, they would not brought up the fact that Oob was born before the Tournament of Power. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the thing about it is that, all right, with all these new transformations, all these new forms that we've seen from the Tournament of Power,
yeah,
what's next? That's really the common question. What's next for Dragon Ball?
You know what I think they might do, and I feel like this would be a really good idea. So you remember Dragon Ball, right? You know, the girl, every time she sneezes, she has a different personality. One where she's ruthless and one where she's kind. Her name is Launch.
Oh yeah. Okay, I remember.
Alright, so let's say, right, Broly becomes good. He's most likely not gonna leave from his planet, but if he was, or if he ever trains with Goku and visits Earth to see what it's like, not on the Arctic, because that's where they first met. If he was to go and see what it's life like, he most likely might like it there. But what if he runs into Launch? And every Saiyan loves a strong woman, regardless.
Yeah, regardless, yeah.
All she gotta do is sneeze and she's pulling out a whole blicky, a whole strap, like. All she gotta do is sneeze and she pop out with a Uzi, you know? So, who knows? And then what if Broly's like, oh, I like her, she's strong. But at the same time, he also got that alien girl, so.
Well, of course here. with the whole launch situation. But
yeah, I know, but just think about it. Like, he could go at launch.
Well, but the thing about it is, it's strong, but Saiyans, they like a woman with a strong will. You know what I mean? That's what drove Goku and Vegeta to Chi-Chi and Bulma.
Oh, yeah.
Because Chi-Chi was already a daughter of a martial artist.
Yeah. And
the fact that she actually could hold up a challenge to Goku in Dragon Ball, that's what attracted Goku to her. But at the end of the day, we all know he thought marriage was food, and he didn't even propose to Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi proposed to him. With the whole Vegeta situation, you know, if you read the manga, Piccolo...
I don't think Vegeta cared.
No, Piccolo asked the question. Piccolo asked Vegeta as to why we got what they get with so many stubborn women. And he said, well, they're strong-willed just like we got brute strength. So, it's a will thing. They love that.
Basically, they love smart ass.
They love, yeah, basically. But, well, one thing that explained a lot about Goku and the Gohan situation. How they said he wasn't really there to raise his son, this and whatnot. They clicked right off the beginning of the movie. They hit that right in the butt. And they said, you know, it's not, I believe, Hine told Bardock, why do you care so much about Kakarot? It's not for Saiyan men to care about their child. So, the fact that Goku left Gohan to train with Piccolo is basically, whether he wants to, you know, admit it or not, is his Saiyan roots. it's his roots kicking in. Like, you know, I'm gonna go try to train to become stronger. My son can do the same, but I'm not gonna be there to watch him. You know what I mean? Hence the same thing with Vegeta and Trunks. Because Vegeta does train with Trunks. Remember when they were in the hyperbolic time chamber?
Yeah.
They trained for a while, and then when they were in the capsule, when they trained at 400 times the gravity,
yeah,
they trained and all of this, and that was the very first time we actually saw Kid Trunks as Super Saiyan, I believe.
These are all the eliminations.
Yeah. So with that actually being mentioned in the movie, it cleared so much. Because it's like, oh my gosh, it's about time they clear this up. Like, the reason why they're not really there is because that's how they were raised. That's how the Saiyans were.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. It's really crazy.
That's why I'm just like, I don't know. To be honest, what is the one thing that you were shocked about when Akira Toriyama made Broly into his own, pretty much? Like, what was it that you were like, yo, I didn't think Akira Toriyama would do that with Broly? Like, what was it that shocked you about Broly?
That he actually cared about something.
That Broly cared about something?
Yeah. I didn't think Broly cared about anything, to be honest. I thought his main reaction was, you come into my territory, I'm going to kill you. You know what I mean? But the fact that he actually cared about something, like the scarf that the thing that he wears around his waist, it's an ear. It's an ear from a monster that he got close to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like,
so
yeah,
he cared. He actually has a heart. Like, Broly, it's actually he's like they said in the movie, he's actually pure of heart. He was just being made to fight because of his father.
To be honest, the way I see it, because regardless, even though basically he loves to fight, but he doesn't like to fight when he's being forced to fight.
Yeah. So
basically, he's a savage Gohan.
Basically.
In my opinion, because he has a heart, but he just loves to fight.
Yeah.
So that right there, I was already happy about that. And but also, oh my god, Broly's design, when I saw it, it was so cool. But here's the thing though, in the sheets before the movie came out, Broly had 2 different costumes on.
Yeah, he did.
I think it was when they first found him, he was wearing the blue pants with the boots, but then afterwards he had the purple pants with the boots.
Yep.
So I'm not sure. I think it was either I didn't notice or he always had it. Maybe he did. But all I'm gonna say is I love the design they did for him. I just don't know where his tail went. I think Fergus probably cut it off.
No, he did. They mentioned that in the movie that he saw Broly's power going out of control, and the fact that he saw himself a harm to Paragus and himself, he decided to cut his tail off.
Well, I mean, since he was in Uzaru all the time, you think the reason why he has the Uzaru power is because he was in it for so long?
I believe so, because remember, he basically lived in the moon.
Yeah, he was always
so,
at the moon.
Yeah, exactly. He's always at the moon. So it was like, it was an often thing for him to become a grade 8.
Yeah,
so that's when Paragus took the decision, you know what? I'm just going to chop the tail off and, you know, hope for the best. But what ended up happening, you created a monster.
I think you actually made a worse monster than before,
cutting
his tail.
Oh, yeah.
Because if he's not going to transform into a grade 8 from getting angry, he's most likely going to get angry and the Uzaru is going to awaken inside him. And then he's just going to start going ham on everybody.
Which is going to be a lot more powerful.
Yeah. Yo, I think the thing I liked, right, was when Vegeta went Super Saiyan and then Broly started getting faster. Plus that he was really good with his dodges. And
yeah, because that's how he trained.
He said, boom, Vegeta dodged that one right behind him.
That was the one thing that impressed Goku and Vegeta. That it was like, even though he was fighting, he was learning as he fought. And you notice he used something that the Saiyans from Universe 6 do.
What?
Once they see Goku do something, they go and repeat it. You notice that?
Oh, like what?
How when Goku went and I believe it was when Goku basically stopped him and like basically held him into like a force field of some sort. He saw that, he reversed it and put it on Goku himself.
Yeah, that joint was hot.
So it's like he learned the moves by just watching Goku. Like They were fighting, and Goku used instant transmission, and then he learned it just by watching Goku do it.
Word.
That's what I'm saying. Like he used, it's like they put that same thing that the Universe 6 Saiyans have on this Saiyan that was from Universe 7. So maybe they were able to do that all along.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, there was never the war of Saiyans in Universe 6.
Yeah.
That's why they're still good. I think there was the war, but the good Saiyans won this time.
Yep.
Because in Universe 7, there was a war, but the good Saiyans lost.
Yep.
And that wasn't that how the first Super Saiyan God was born?
That's how he was born.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then he still got they didn't explain how he still lost. And I'm gonna be real, they talking about Broly, but where's damn, I forgot the Saiyan's name.
Yamoshi?
Yes. Where is Yamoshi at? I thought he would appear in the Broly movie, because everyone thought that was Yamoshi.
That's what I thought.
The first trailer, everybody, videos, Unreal and Gaming, everyone thought it was Yamoshi. But no, it's Broly. We were still hyped for it. But where's Yamoshi? You can't talk about Yamoshi, then throw out Broly and make him canon. But to be honest, I feel like Broly is a good gateway to Yamoshi, because he was a good example of Saiyans.
Oh yeah.
So I think eventually...
Now my question is, remember, Goku's been dead twice.
Yeah.
Alright, so if he's been dead twice, how come, knowing the fact that he was dead, and he went up to King Kai's planet to train and all that, knowing that Bardock was dead and so does his mom, how come they didn't seek him out?
Right? How
come? Because when everybody has to go through King Yama.
Yeah, but if you think about it, do you think Bardock would be in hell? I mean, he's a Saiyan.
He's a Saiyan, but we don't know his full backstory. We don't know his full backstory to know whether he's in hell or in heaven. We don't know.
I would see Bardock as he has a heart.
He has a heart. He cared for Goku.
He cared for
But that's one thing compared. Remember, he was doing Frieza's willing.
Yeah.
So how many wrongs did he did before he did that right?
Or maybe he was doing it wrong because of Frieza.
Yeah. I don't know. It all depends. We don't know. That's another discussion.
And it's like, nobody ever brought up like, yo, if I knew Goku and I was cool with him, like how Krillin is, like, yo, Goku. Like, he's like, yeah, like, where's your pops? Like, who's your dad?
Yeah. I feel like that's something that should happen coming up.
That's what I'm saying. He's gonna have to think about his dad sooner or later. Like, yo, your Grandpa Gohan is not your real father, and you know that. He was too old to even be his dad, and he taught you all of that. You know he's not your pops.
Yeah.
Alright?
So there has to be something where they actually connect. Even though they had the movie, but the movie that it was Bardock's story, it wasn't more like Goku and Bardock meeting.
It was more of just how Goku got sent to Earth.
Yeah. I feel like they need to come up with a backstory, a full backstory for Bardock.
And that was just 25 minutes.
Exactly. So they need to, I feel like they need to tell Goku who his real father is. Maybe that'll awaken something inside Goku that he's probably never known of before. I feel like they need to do that because they like to connect a lot of families. Like Vegeta has, he knew who his father was.
Yeah, at least he knew who they were.
He knew who his father was. He knew what he was meant to be. You know what I mean? But what about Goku? That's why I feel that's why Goku's so naive to a lot of things.
Yo, you know what'd be dope? If there's like a villain that knows Goku's past, you know what I'm saying? And then like he has his power where he like puts the Saiyan life in his head or something. Yo, that would be crazy. Like
that would be crazy.
Where he could see the Saiyans and who his father was and all of that. Like he could find out who all of them are, but then see that they all die, and then like, yo, that would be crazy. What? And then that's when Goku snaps. Like, yo, like he cares for Saiyans, but at the same time he don't. Cause
you know, now when the series actually restarts back up, I don't know if there's any dates or anything.
When are they gonna start?
I don't know. I haven't heard or seen anything. But when it does start again, it's gonna be really interesting. Just because coming off of this fight with Broly raised a lot of questions. Not only in between Goku and Vegeta, but Goku, Vegeta, Beerus, Whis. Everybody's in question now. Like everything is like Frieza. Like what is he gonna do now? Now that Goku and Vegeta have this newfound forms in Ultra Instinct and Saiyan Evolution. that is the stupidest name for a transformation.
Wait, are you talking about Vegeta's transformation?
Yes. Yes.
Who the hell calls it that?
I don't know, but it's the stupidest name for a transformation.
Listen, it is Super Vegeta Blue. The reason why I tell you this is because when he goes past Super Saiyan Blue, his body's built like Super Vegeta, bulky as hell. His hair is darker, but he still has Super Vegeta body when he was fighting Cell. So that is Super Vegeta Blue. That's why I call him that. A whole bunch of YouTubers call him Super Vegeta Blue as well. Not no evolution, not no dark blue hair or Ultra. They trying to call it Ultra Instinct Blue. I'm dead, yo. I was looking in the comments. I'm like,
how do you call that blue when it's clearly white?
Because his aura was kind of like Ultra Instinct.
I mean, but yeah.
It was a little bit like little circles, and that's it. But that's not even the point. The point is, why would you call it Ultra Instinct Blue?
But you know what's another question that I wanted to bring up? Now that Gohan is back into his fighting, would he get a new transformation? I don't think so. Would he get a new power boost? These are the questions that I have. Cause
I feel like they're, to be honest, now that I think about it, I feel like what you said about restarting the Dragon Ball era is important because you think about it like this. They're bringing in new characters.
Yeah.
This movie, nobody was in there. Piccolo made a little occurrence.
But that was it.
It wasn't heavy. He was only talking to Goku and talking about the fusion. It was more about Goku, Vegeta, Frieza, Broly, and Paragus. That was all about the Saiyans. They had nothing to do with that at all.
Yep.
And eventually, sooner or later, Dragon Ball Z is gonna have to step into the Saiyan universe and get down into business because
I like the fact that they didn't cancel out the whole fact that they went through a lot of villains. They showed the villains they went through, Frieza, Cell, the androids.
I mean, it would be nice because we do see Frieza again. I guess that's Akira Toriyama's favorite villain. That's why he's still here.
I want them to bring back Cell. Bring Cell back.
Oh, yeah. Because we have a reincarnation of Oob. We have Frieza.
Where's Cell?
What's good with Cell?
Or Raditz. Bring Raditz back. Bring Raditz back.
That's also a good one.
Bring Raditz back. Let him meet his brother and actually have a conversation with him.
Word. After Goku meets his dad, he gonna realize, damn, I really killed my brother. Let me get the Dragon Balls real quick.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Push him back. If he tries to mess up the city, just beat him up real quick. He's stronger than him anyways.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy. There's a lot of things that need to happen. Not only necessarily that need to happen, more that we want to see, that we're excited for. And I can't wait for this new season to start because there's gonna be a lot of things that are gonna.
All I'm gonna say is, there's something that they missed. There's gonna be a video.
Yeah.
If they forget Oob, he gonna make a video about it. All I'm gonna say, because Oob hasn't been mentioned. Not one bit. Visit Oob? Wasn't he supposed to visit Oob right after the tournament?
He was supposed to.
So what is he doing eating?
And that's another thing.
What is he doing eating?
This is another thing. Why is it that Goku is taking things so lightly,
exactly,
but Vegeta is so on his toes about everything? Because if you look at it, the way Vegeta is viewing things, you just had Frieza resurrected for the third time. Wait, not the second time because he never really died the first time.
Yeah, he just got an android.
Yeah, he became an android or a cyborg, whatever the hell you want to call it. But there's that. So you just brought him back for the second time. You're taking things lightly. You're just chilling, eating, and doing whatever it is you want to do. Remember, this was the man that perfected Golden in hell. Why that without training? He was doing mental training, but come on, the dude didn't even lift a finger to perfect
think about it. If it wasn't for Frieza and all of the messed up shit he did in the tournament power, I don't think they'd really beat it. They needed Frieza for the tournament.
No, they did need a Frieza because at the end of the day, them working together was the key to defeating Jiren. Yeah. You know what I mean? But the one main question that gets me, and it's not the question, it's the one thing that bothers me. Why is Goku taking things so lightly? Like, Vegeta is like, alright, well, a lot of people are going to say, well, that's because Vegeta's always getting his ass kicked. Or Vegeta's always this. You got to understand, Vegeta has instincts about things like
Plus
this.
that Vegeta don't play. Goku plays.
Like, and that's another thing that I liked about the movie, that they actually made Vegeta hold his own against Broly.
Yeah, it was hilarious when you called him a dumbass.
Oh, that was
I'm
hilarious.
I'm sorry, that was too hilarious because I never, all the old Dragon Ball Z movies, they never cursed. This one, Vegeta out of nowhere called him a dumbass. I'm like, yo, I'm dead. Like, I started laughing.
Like, there's a lot of things that, you know, that it raises questions, but at the same time, it's like, we'll see what Akira Toriyama's gonna do. We'll see what their team is gonna do, because at the end of the day, we know it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna like it, and it's not necessarily mean that we're gonna like it because it's Dragon Ball. It just means because it's gonna be something, of course, unexpected. It's gonna be something.
Yo, remember that theory they made
about
when they tried to make, they tried to say that there was a good and bad Ultra Instinct and that Goku was gonna be evil.
Oh yeah,
I thought y'all was low. I'm gonna bring that theory back up. Whoever said that is stupid. I'm sorry.
They said that Ultra Instinct had two sides. They said that there was a light side and then a dark side.
Yeah, one was blue and one was red. Whoever thought of that, get dumb. I'm sorry. I never heard of no. It's Ultra Instinct. It's instinct. What is there a bad side about that? It's instinct.
Survival.
Yeah, it's survival. How is there an evil survival side? What do you do? What? Never heard of that.
That's crazy. But with that being said, I believe this is a good spot to end this conversation. Mm-hmm. If you guys have any comments, anything that we left out, put it in the comments. I'm pretty sure we'll make another video like this soon. And you know, talking about more things like this. It don't necessarily have to be Dragon Ball. It could be other things, Marvel, whatever. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Video games that are coming out. It all ties. But at the end of the day, you guys let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys like this type of video that I did. If you guys want to see more, like I said, put it all down in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell button so you can see everything every time I put up a video. And I will see you guys very, very soon for another Venom Bound video. Peace!